What is up guys, my name is Phrase and this is my third video on the channel, Phrase Fit. We just hit 5 subscribers, which is amazing. I'm very grateful. Every single one of you hit subscribe means the world to me. My dream is 1,000 subscribers. I know it's huge, we only have 5, but it's important to dream big. But today's topic is a lot of people are thinking about if you're cutting or if you're bulking. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about how you can forget all of that. Obviously, in theory, you are either bulking, cutting, or maintaining, right? But let's say you actually just want to become a machine. If you're a natural athlete or if you're on PEDs, but I'm not talking about that today, you can just forget about the numbers for a second. Or the numbers in the gym is important, okay? But if I were you, if you're training, let's say you're training 3 times a week, right? One thing to become a machine is just up it to 4. That's basic, right? If you're taking creatine, take it every single day, not miss a day. That's going to make up for some. If you're eating, let's say 100 grams of protein every day, try to get 125. This is very, very basic. But what happens is if you increase everything over time, you're slowly going to eat a tiny surplus. So you're maintaining or bulking slowly, but you're becoming a machine. You don't care about the weight. It doesn't matter, okay? In 10 months from now, you can have gained only half a kilogram, okay? I don't even know if that's 2 pounds or whatever, but you can look significantly better because you can lose body fat, gain muscle, and overall gain size. And let's say you don't do any cardio. If you add 2 cardio sessions a week, right now you're doing 0. So now you got better health, your better heart, and when your heart is better and stronger, you can go harder in the gym. And what happens when your cardio is up, you can go harder in the gym, which is going to progress your progressive overload. So let's say you're doing sets of 5. Now you can do sets of 5 even faster. I'm not telling you to speed run your workout. That's not good either. But in an hour, you now do more than before because your cardio is up. And let's say you eat 20 grams of protein more than you used to. In a week, that's how much is that? 5 times 7 or 20 times 7. That's very good. 140 grams in a week. So that's huge. And all of a sudden now you're taking creatine consistently. You're getting more protein on average. You're doing cardio twice a week. And your overall gym sessions is going to go above and beyond because everything is going up. And let's say, I'm just going to add one more thing, okay? Let's say you sleep 6 to 7 hours. And now you start focusing on sleeping 8 hours and sometimes 9 hours. Do you know how much difference this is in 3 months? Now you're consistently doing creatine every day. Your protein is very close to the limit that you should be getting. Let's say a gram per pound of body weight, right? Or 2 grams per kilograms, whatever. If you're eating under that, which a lot of people are, I know a lot of people struggle with this, don't struggle with it, but a lot of people are, okay? And now you got the cardio, you added maybe an hour of sleep on average every day. You got the creatine supplementation, maybe you add in some omega-3s. Recent studies show that it's anabolic as well as health and longevity. Your protein is consistent. So imagine in 3 weeks, just increasing a little bit here, the sleep, the cardio, the workouts. Let's say you add one more set or you go 1 set to complete failure, which you didn't used to. And now you're going to gain size, and with the cardio and the calories just being in a slight above maintenance, you're kind of in a bulk, but you're expending more. So it's like a gaining slight bulk. You shouldn't care so much about the numbers on the weight. If you weigh, let's say you weigh 70 kg, I understand you want to get up to 80 one day, but the most important thing for you is just to increase. I promise you, if you're 70 kg right now and you want to get up to 72, or forget about the numbers. Okay, you're 70 kg right now and you do all of this and you end up at 72. You can look insane just by gaining 2 kilograms. It is crazy. Let's say for a year from now, you're up 2 kg. A lot of people will be like, that's nothing, this is boring, and they hop on PEDs. But you're better than that, okay? In here, we're actually very proud of being natural. So let's say you do this, you gain 2 kg, but people are like, what happened to you? You're such good shape. People think you gain 5 because it's an illusion. Your muscles are fuller from the creatine. You're looking more vascular and ripped even though you gain weight because you added cardio. And you're working out harder so your muscles are bigger. You're sleeping more so your recovery is better. And all of this accumulate and you become so much more of a machine. You forgot about the bulking, the cutting, the gaining. Sure, you can weigh yourself, But when you add a little bit here, a little bit here, the protein, the sleep, the creatine, maybe you try pre-workout. I'm not a big fan of, I'm not a big fan of pre-workout. I don't use it myself, but for some people that's huge. You go harder in the gym and now you get more gains. And when you add all of these things in a year from now, okay, it's going to sound like an overstatement, but it can look like you've added some gear. Like you helped on PEDs now because you're doing so much more. You see these athletes on YouTube or on Instagram and they're like a pro wrestler or something. They look insane. They're not even that big, but they're shredded and they're full of muscle mass. It's because they do cardio, they eat amazing, they go very hard in the gym, they prioritize sleep and rest. And when you add up and add up and add up all of these things, you can look phenomenal. Trust me. Your delts are going to look better because of they're popping more from the harder workout, sure, but the creatine as well. And if you recover more, you can work out more often. And I'm going to talk about it in another video. If you try to go lower sets, lower volume, and then you go very hard on the sets. So let's say you do 2 sets instead of 4 now in an exercise, but you go very, very hard. You can go more frequently. I'm not going to go too much in depth in this today because I'm making another video on it. And like, if you do all of this, imagine how you can look, let's say just 6 months from now. Because if you add a little bit here, a little bit there, and I'm sure there's points that I haven't made in this video that you can do as well, which maybe some people in the comments are going to tell you that you can add in. The more you add in without the fatigue going too much up, you can become an amazing athlete. And I assume while you watching this video, you want to become an athlete or better your potential or learn more about it. And it is crazy how far you can come if you are consistent. I know a lot of people are bored to hear the word consistency, but that's the thing. If you're consistent and you add these things, forget about the bulking cutting. I want to say this one more time. Forget about bulking and cutting unless you're on the either extreme. If you're already very bulked up or you're very shredded, you can of course go down this way, or down this route. But let's say you're a normal athlete in the gym, you're 75 kg, you look pretty good. Imagine if you do 0 cardio and now all of a sudden you're doing 70 minutes of cardio a week. I'm just throwing it out there. Only that, if you're doing the right cardio, the elliptical or the stationary bike, can make you look so much more juicy. And then you go harder in the gym because of the cardio. And then maybe you are more tired in the evening because of the added work. So you sleep better naturally because your body is more exhausted. You need more sleep. So now all of a sudden you wake up and damn, you slept 8.5 hours. And that is amazing. And this just goes away, it just goes so much better. And a lot of people forget about it. Let's say you eat 120 grams of protein every day, but you need 150. And now your friend, he's eating 150 every day. Think about it. In 3 months, imagine how much more protein that adds up to be. And you would think, yeah, but protein isn't that important. But I promise you, if you eat 30 grams under every day, imagine how much that is in 365 days a year. That is something to really think about. If you watch the entire video, that means the world to me. Leave a comment down below. If you want to subscribe and help me reach my dream of 1,000 subscribers, that means everything to me. And I'm really, really happy to start this channel. It's a passion project, and I'll see you in my next video.